The woman spent all her savings on a first-class ticket, just so she could kill herself on the plane. But when she hid in the bathroom, getting ready to take poison, the plane suddenly started to shake violently. The sudden weightlessness threw her straight to the ceiling. She could clearly feel the plane going into a rapid dive. But when she woke up again, she was already on the ground. She was lucky to survive. But cries of pain came from all around. The ground was covered with passengers' bodies. She finally found one survivor with great difficulty. But just as she tried to help, he started coughing up blood, and then died right in front of her. She could not believe what she was seeing. She never thought her suicide attempt would ironically save her life. While those who wanted to live ended up dead, the woman quickly started shouting loudly, hoping there were other survivors on the plane. Just then a man's voice came through. It turned out to be Paul, whom she had just met at the airport. Seeing he was still alive, Daisy was very happy. Luckily they only had some surface injuries. Then to keep warm, they hid inside the cabin. But as soon as they went in, Paul lifted his shirt. Turns out he looked fine on the outside, but actually had serious internal injuries. Several ribs were broken. Daisy was instantly shocked, but there was no way to treat it now. More importantly, that was not their main problem. If they did not find a way to stay warm, they might freeze to death. So they quickly found a sleeping bag and crawled in together. Even though they had just met, now they were bound by life and death. After all, staying alive was what mattered. Once they warmed up, they started counting their supplies. They found the food and water left would only last 2 days. They had to find more supplies, because right now there was no way to know if the airport had received news of the crash. But the next morning, when Daisy woke up, her depression attacked again. She started to get restless and manic. Turns out she was born with suicidal tendencies. It was a hereditary disease. Her grandfather and father had both died by suicide, so since childhood she always felt one day she would too. She had tried to cut her wrists many times, but never succeeded. This time she had planned to take pills on the plane, but never expected to end up in a crash. Now Daisy wanted to open the door to get some air, but the door was frozen shut. After she finally kicked the door open, before she could breathe in fresh air, she discovered something terrifying. After just one night, snow had buried the entire crash site. Even the passengers' bodies were frozen solid. But in this way, the bodies would not rot. Seeing this, she became sad. She had wanted to die, but instead she survived. Life really was unfair, but the dead were gone. Their grief could not change anything. What mattered now was that she was still alive. But in this harsh environment, they could not last much longer. The snow outside was falling heavier. Paul thought they could not stay here. They should leave right away, because even if rescue came, by then the snow would cover the whole mountain, and rescuers would never find the site. So leaving now was the best choice. But Daisy disagreed. She thought waiting for rescue here was the best plan. More importantly, she no longer wanted to live. She would rather just freeze to death here. Paul of course refused. He tried to drag her away.
Let's go.
Back up.
Are you kidding? Is this some kind of like attention-getting thing? Well, you want me to beg you or something? Because if so...
Really don't care, just get out.
Are you serious?
Please, just stop being an asshole.
Hearing this, Paul got angry and walked away.